everybody, it's Debbie here with Debbie Stamping Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you a really nice Christmas card that's made with one of our bundles, or suites actually, out of the mini catalog, and that is the Gingerbread and Peppermint suite. And you can see this has got the stamp set and die bundle. It's also got pillow boxes, and it's got our craft paper pack and envelopes. There's a lot included in this. Today we're going to be using the stamp set, and look at these dies. Not only do you have the outline, but you also have the detail of each of these. The bell, the ornament, the star, the snowflake. And it's got this really cool border, plus all these other nice little ornaments and designs. This also has a Gingerbread and Peppermint 6x6 designer series paper, and this includes 48 sheets. They're 6x6 for each of 12 double-sided designs, and it tells you which colors these coordinate with. So I want to show you these papers because these papers are so cool. This is the cinnamon cider and real red. Now on this sheet, we'll get to that one in a minute. Oh, this is cool. And as you can see, they coordinate, some of them, with some of our die cuts. I love when Stampin' Up! Does that and makes it so that you can use the die cuts not only with the stamp sets, but also with the papers. And we have several of them. Here's a Christmas tree, and we don't have a die cut for the Christmas tree, but these would be very easy to fussy cut out. And they have so many cool patterns. Okay, so here are the ones that I want to show you that coordinate. You can see, we don't need the inside. You can die cut these out. This one is the ornament one. And you have your bell. And you have the star. And those are the things that we're going to be using today for the card that we're making. So let me get these all put back over here. I just love it too when they give you not only the outline but also the details. So if you want to die cut, you know, the outline in one color and then do the detail in another, it makes so easy for you to do the cards with. So let me show you the card we're doing today, and we're going to be using a lot of the designer series papers. And here it is. And you can see we have designer series paper on the back, and we've also die cut the bell and snowflake and ornament out of the paper. And then we've used a piece of the designer series paper on the inside as well to help kind of offset the inside. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. We do a lot of work, a lot of cards with designer series papers anymore because they have just come out with so many that have so much nice detail. Okay, so let me tell you what we're using here to get started. We're starting with a real red card base, and that is the 8.5 by 5.5, as you can see here. So when folded, that makes it 5.5 by 4 1/4. Now the one piece of designer series paper that we're using on the back, we're covering the entire front of the card. So that is a 5.5 by 4.25 piece. And then I've added a strip across the center with 2 pieces of the real red and the whisper white. The back piece is 5.5 by 2. Then we're going to do a piece that's 5.25 by 1.75. I'm not sure I cut that right. I did not. I cut that at 2. So we need to trim that piece up. Let me get my cutter out here. So the other layer is by 2, so this one we want by 1.75, so that we have that equally around. See how that gives you the equal space all the way around? And then we're just doing a strip across the middle, and this is 5.5 by 1, so it's just going to give you the center bit to break up the space there. Okay, so now I have taken and I have cut a piece of real red at 1 7/8 by 1 3/8, and the white, basic white, then is 1 1/4 by 1 3/4, and that's going to fit right on here to go on the top. Now for the inside of the card, I have cut a piece of designer series paper again at 5 1/4 by 4, and the white we have cut at 5 by 3 3/4, and that's going to give us a border that's going to pull all these colors together to finish the card. Okay, so let's get started on our card today. And to do this, we are going to need our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So let me get that over here and ready to go. Okay, so for the card base, this is easy enough to get going. We're gonna take adhesive and we are going to attach the designer series paper to the card base, and like I said, it covers the whole card base, so you just want to line it up. Okay, now we're going to take our pieces here and this is going to be a layer, so we need to make sure we have this space all the way around, and then we're going to put our red strip right across the center. And this piece is going to go on here. Now we're going to wait and put it on after we get this other done, because I want to go ahead and stamp my wishing you a Merry Christmas. And I'm doing this with the real red ink. So we pull in our real red here. Tap, tap, tap. That's all we need. We can always practice on our paper. Tap, tap, tap. See how I didn't get that pushed correctly? So let's do that again. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. Got it that time. Now that's going to layer on here. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Let me get my red closed up. We're going to layer this right in. Now I'm going to take dimensionals to attach this to the front of the card. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold today. So, if you hear me sniffling, all right. So we're going to put this about the center at the top. Now we're going to take our strip here and we're going to attach it across, and it's going to go right about there. Okay, now for the ornaments on the front of this, this is what I wanted to show you with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We are going to cut, let's cut one of these. Let's do it a little different. I really like this red bell here. Let me get my snips out. So we're going to cut that one out. But I think I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. Let's do this green bell here. You can see on the sample card, I did the gingerbread colored bell and ornament. But on this one, we're going to do, let's do this ornament. Yeah. Whoops. Get going so fast here. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay. So this is how easy this is to die cut these out of the paper. We're going to take our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And this is the mini. And we're going to open this up. And with our dies, you can see on here it tells you what you need to do. So we are going to need the number 1 and the number 2. And we are going to lay down our ornament here. And you can see this is going to cut it right out. So you're going to line this up where you want it. Just got to get lined up. We don't have the magnetic plate for this. So if you take it and put it over like this and then push down, you can hold it tight enough that it will hold it into place. Or if you want, you could take some washi tape or something to hold it into place, but it does a good job. There's that one. And now let's do the next one, which is going to be our snowflake. Get that all lined up there. Oh, perfect. Again, take this and slip it over it and then push it down and hold it, and it will hold it pretty good. I love to have this mini machine for things just like this. where you just need the little ones. Look at that. Okay, we got one more to do, and that is our bell. So we're going to take and whenever you can feel that it's starting to have a little give there, just flip it over. Yep. Get that lined up. All right, I usually do most of the die cutting ahead of time so that I don't have you shaking all over the table, but I really wanted you to see how easy it was to die cut these out of this paper. So now that we have that die cutting done, we can put our little machine away, bring our card back out, and look, I changed it up, and look what a difference it makes. It brightens the whole card up when you do that. So I'm going to take Stampin' Dimensionals, trying to get this stuff out of the way, the dimensionals, and I'm going to attach these die cuts to the front of our card. So darn nose is running, and okay, so then you just have to decide what order you're going to put them in. I still think I like the snowflake in the center, but let's go ahead and remove these backs off the dimensionals, and we can put this one down here. And we can put our bell at the other end, and then what's space is left in the center, you can stick your snowflake down. And let's put it like this. There you have the front all done. Isn't that so nice how those and all the colors coordinate? It just makes it for a really nice finish on the front of your card. Now for this one, we're going to attach our white piece to our designer series paper. Get it so it's spaced evenly, and by putting this on the inside, it pulls all these colors together. So now we just have to attach this to the inside of our card. And there you have your finished card. We did just a minimal stamping on this card using the designer series paper that comes in the suite. And with these dies, it's just amazing to be able to die cut from the paper. If we had wanted to, we could have stamped the images and die cut them out, but with this paper it's so easy to do. So that is the card for today. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, you can scroll down here and click the subscribe button, and there's a little bell next to that. You can click on that to turn on your notifications so you get notified every time a video is posted. I do 3 videos a week, and if you're placing your online order using my host code, any order of $50 or more will receive a thank you card and a gift from me. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Catch you next time.